where should I begin? Now that I have the iPhone 13, I shouldn't have any actually problems with being able to record and save and edit everything off of my phone in order to be able to post these on a daily basis. But just like everybody else, we all have lives and we have things to do, so bear with me. So how did it all started? How did me becoming a correctional officer / detention officer now have all started? Well, it all started back in 2010 to 2011. I had a job as a security guard guarding this guardhouse. I thought it was going to be a full-time thing all season long, but then the HR manager lady was like, no, I have a family member that really needs money more apparently, but at the time it was kind of shitty. But it is what it is. Things happen for a reason, and here I am now. Back when I was a security guard, I thought of moving up the chains, like becoming a security guard, then becoming a correctional officer, and then becoming a cop. I decided to become a detention officer to be able to just build my interpersonal skills, pretty much how to talk to people and being able to correct them in their own ways. So when I became a security guard, I thought of it being a stepping stone as to knowing how to write a report, how to guard a location, how to do security checks, and pretty much being security minded. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. So, a security guard, all they do is literally just sit there and just wait for something to either happen or actually come up to it. Anyways, I told my wife I wanted to become a correctional officer. She didn't think it was a good idea, but at the same time, she thought, well, we need something more stable, because security guard at the time wasn't really something that I wanted to do forever. And at the time, it was more of like, what was it? It would have been a $5 raise from what I was making as a security guard, which I was making $9.50. Then when I moved over to a Core Civic, or CCA at the time, was $14.50 after the academy. So I went through the unemployment section, and they helped me get into the academy. They helped me get hired with CCA at the time, and the academy was rough. The academies, all the academy's about is, if you've never been in corrections, the academy, all it is about is just literally book smart. If you are book smart, you will make it through. If you're not book smart like me, you will have a hard time. At the time, I knew I had to take a state test, so I had to go to the academy to train for that. Through the academy, I had some pretty bad bumps. I failed one class, or I'll fail a test, and then I'll have to retake it, and I'll pass it. And then I knew I was gonna have a hard time with the Florida State test because of how I went through the academy. I don't retain things. I can't think of notes right now and try to just kind of talk about it and then go from there. I can't do it. I'm not really retainable. Like, I don't retain things that very easily. So I have to be able to come up with ways in order to be able to retain things, like on a repetitive situation. And so the first time I took the test, I failed. I was like, man, this is not good. The second time I went for the test again, boom, I failed again. I'm like, man, this is not good. If I fail it the third time, I'm out of the whole course. I can't work for the company. I have to go and find me a new job. It was a stressful situation. So the way I did it was I recorded myself reading the hot topics of each book, and I pretty much listened to that on my way to work and on my way home every single day for like a whole, I think it was a month and a half. I think they let us skip for like 2 months, because back then they're like, oh, you have to take it back to back to back to back. So 3 tries, you have to be able to get them in within the 3 months. Well, at the time, the training manager thought it was a good idea for us to go and see where we did bad at. So I pretty much was able to schedule to be able to figure out where I did bad at in order to actually go back and train for, or pretty much study for that one spot. So that gave us a month in between. So I took the test in May. I got the results in 2012 of June. So May 2012, June 2012, I got the results saying that I passed and I became a correctional officer. So that is pretty much the step as far as in Florida. Over here in Nevada is totally different. All you have to do is literally attend a class or some kind of, well, from where I came through, like the private sector, all they do is literally do a 6-week course of their own, orientation, and they'll get you a guard card and you're good to go. And you pretty much take that anywhere any private sector can do. So the company I work for right now, they pretty much do the same thing. So as long as you're weapons certified through the state of Nevada, you'll be pretty much good to go. Like you can work as a detention officer pretty much anywhere here in Vegas. So, but in other places like, you know, the sheriff office or even at the state, they have an academy. They have the academy for you to actually go through, and you have to be able to, I guess, pass it. I've never done it, so I don't know for sure. But for sure, I know you would have to pass it in order to get to get to work inside of a prison setting or a jailhouse. So that is pretty much the whole shebang on how everything happened. So how did I ended up in Nevada? That's a really good question. I thought that moving over to Core Civic was a good move because of the pay raise. I went from $14.80 something with Geo to $28.25 with Core Civic, and I must say that was pretty good money. That was actually pretty good money. And now where I work at right now with this company, I'm making $29.91, which is okay, but I still have to drive like an hour, so it kind of like balances it out. The only reason why I took the job was for a peace of mind. But that will be for another video. That will definitely be for another video. I think this is gonna be pretty good, and just kind of showing you guys some stories, giving you guys of what I went through and everything else inside of a jailhouse and things like that. So yeah, right now I'm heading into work, and I will get back with you guys later. See you.